Hello Mzansi, welcome to another episode of Farmers Inside Track. My name is Duncan Masua and we're back with another episode powered by Voermol Feeds. Joining me is Dr. Josef van Wyngaard, Voermol Feeds Technical Manager, and we're talking about their SS200. Dr. Josef, welcome once again to Farmers Inside Track.
Thank you, Duncan. Looking forward to the session.
Fantastic. As mentioned, we're talking SS200. Maybe set the scene for us, Doc. What exactly is SS200 designed for, and which type of farming systems or animals benefit most from it?
Right, so SS200 is a fattening concentrate for finishing of lambs, can be for all the sheep and for goats as well. And then at the same time for growing out young animals, specifically some other ruminants like your, let's say, heifers, or can even be young bulls as well. So let's look at the name SS200. So the SS stands for super sheep. That was the original development of the name at that time, focusing on how can you unlock maximum performance from your small stock. Remember, this is a concentrate. So where this product works well, or where it originally was developed for, was for the feedlot environment and for small stock, so fattening of lambs. And basically you make use of your own energy component, which would be your crushed maize, and you add a little bit of lucerne, and you add your SS200, which is your concentrate, and then you can add a protein source such as your Voermol Procon 33 as well. Now, some of the benefits of this SS200, it's not just supplying the nutrients. It's got feed additives in that you basically get additional performance out of your animals over and above the normal nutrients that this product is supplying. So what I'm saying is you're going to unlock an additional 15 to 20% growth out of your animals. So we're talking about average daily gains, and you're going to see increases in your dressing percentage as well, and a significant increase in your feed conversion ratio. So feed conversion ratio, that's just a ratio between the amount of feed an animal eats against the weight gain that that animal gets. So significant improvement you'll see there when making use of SS200.
Absolutely fantastic hearing you talk about the benefits of using SS200. When farmers introduce this super sheep concentrate into their feed program, what early signs, Dr. Josef, of improvement or change in the animals should they watch out for?
Well, very important before I look at the specific changes that you might see or signs. When introducing SS200, specifically in a feedlot environment, it's very important to start off with an adaptation stage or starter stage. That means you're going to mix your SS200 according to the recommendations in the Voermol booklet or on the Voermol app. But then you'll need to provide the animals at least 2 weeks time to adapt to this new kind of feed that we're giving our animals. Because remember, ruminants, they don't like change in feed specifically. So now we're weaning the lambs from their mothers, let's say from a grazing system, and now we're introducing them into a feedlot, and where they were used to just eating grass and suckling milk, now they're onto a, let's say, 70% ration, including 70% of maize. It's a major change in the diet, so adaptation, very important there. All right, so signs of improvement. You're going to see, firstly, average daily gain changes. So where your animals will maybe hover around the 100 gram average daily gain, they can jump up to easily to 300 grams of weight gain per day. You're going to see it in the body condition score. You're going to see it in the overall performance of the animals in terms of their health as well. Remember, if the animal gets good feed, high energies, their health will also give a positive response, and your animals will be, I almost want to say, they look happier. They are more jumping around, playing around, etc. You don't have those animals with ears hanging, etc. So that would be some indicators that you'll pick up when using this specific product.
I'm wondering, how does it specifically support fertility, body condition, and reproductive performance in small stock?
The first phase that we went through was the feedlot phase. So some other uses of SS can be for, we call it flush feeding of our rams or ewes. What that means is it's basically you are preparing those animals before the breeding season. So definition of preparing them is you want to get them onto a positive growth curve before you start with your mating season. The benefit there in doing that or getting that correct is you increase your fertility of both your ewes and your rams. So your semen quality will be enhanced on your ram side, and on your ewe side, your multiple lambs that you might get increases. So you might see some more twins or triplets, etc., if you flush your animals correctly before the breeding season. So how you can do this with SS200? Very easy. You can do it in a lick form where you've got your SS maize and salt, and you feed that at a very low level of about 200 to 300 grams per animal per day while they are grazing on veld. The other option is to bring them into a kraal and you feed them a complete feed where you make use of SS as the concentrate. And the mixture that you can make use of is very similar to a starter or adaptation complete feed listed under the SS200 in the booklet. So that's your two ways how you can actually then prepare both your ewe and your ram and for this system. And then the other benefit that I just want to call out now of SS200 is it contains ammonium chloride. Now the benefit of that raw material is you won't see bladder stone issues or kidney stone issues in your male animals. So we're talking about our rams. Because remember, if you feed maize, you're increasing the risk of bladder stones or kidney stones in your rams. But with the use of SS200, you are completely preventing that. And that's why you can increase your maize components and go up to high levels without any risk. So that would be my summary of benefits looking at SS200.
So if I hear you correctly, it's perfectly safe to integrate SS200 with other products, but there are some common mistakes to avoid.
Yes, 100% correct. So SS200, remember, it contains urea as well. So as soon as you combine it with other urea-containing products, it should be recommended by a qualified nutritionist. So please don't just combine it with other concentrates because it's specifically formulated to perform on its own. But there are some other ways where you can combine it. For instance, there are people that combine it with Super 18 and they can even add a little bit of calf meal as well. But that's all custom mixes. So you need to have a qualified nutritionist to give you advice on that if you want to go that route.
Fantastic. As we wrap up the conversation, for farmers that are based in regions that face challenges like water scarcity or even issues like high input costs, what guidance would you offer to them in terms of considering SS200?
All right. So every day we see these challenges, and another good purpose of SS200 is, especially in cases like you mentioned now, would be something like a maintenance leak that can be made with SS200, where SS can be included at a 10% inclusion, and then you have about 20 or 30% maize, and the rest would be roughage or hay. And that's a very cost-effective way to carry your animals through difficult times if you don't have any veld left or you have other challenges. But I mean, if you have water scarcity challenges, that can be a big problem. I mean, animals, they cannot go without water. So just to make it clear, SS won't replace your water requirements of your animals at all. But there is ways to incorporate it into a feed mix to make a maintenance mix, which would be cost effective for farmers to use. And as soon as times turn and you get rain and your grazing comes back, good quality and availability, you can change your, let's say, your maintenance mixes back to high performance licks, for instance, flush feeding, or even just in a feedlot environment for your animals. So SS200, highly flexible concentrate for small stock. And it's in the name, Super Sheep. You get your performance there. That's definitely one of my flagship products of Voermol Feeds.
There you have it, SS200, highly flexible concentrate. That was, of course, Dr. Josef van Wyngaard, Voermol Feeds Technical Manager. You can, of course, read more on this topic by visiting www.foodfromzansi.co.za. Remember to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite platform so you never miss any of the episodes. From me, Duncan Masiwa, our technical producer, Megan van der Vent, and the rest of Team Food from Zanzi, thanks for listening.